Welcome back, you guys. I am excited for today's video, even though it is almost midnight at my time. But what better thing to do than have a ranking in the middle of the night? I mean, I'm not mad at it, but today I'm going to be ranking all of the neutral indie palettes in my collection. I've been promising this video for quite a while, but indie brands were popping out neutral palettes left and right, and I wanted to try them all before I really gave you my thoughts on all of the neutral palettes in my collection. So I have 18 palettes here, and I'm excited to share my thoughts with you. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup. I know, right? But especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe. Stick around. I would love to see you down below in the comments. Like I said, I love colorful makeup, but I also really love indie brands. And there are some brands that I love so much that even though they might release a neutral palette, I still pick it up because I do like a neutral look every now and then. I'm more of a neutral with a pop of color type of person when I do a neutral look, but most of the time I am a full-on colorful kind of gal. I mean, today I'm doing Murky and I love this look so much. It was actually created by the Cosmic Beauty Muse palette, and I did film it for a 4 looks 4 palettes video. It should already be up. I don't know, actually. It might be up after this one. If it is up, I'll link it down below. But as I was saying, I'm getting sidetracked. But I do have 18 palettes here. Most of these are from some of my top favorite brands, but I have ranked them from my least favorite to my favorite, and we're going to go through them. I'm going to tell you my thoughts on them as a colorful lover, so you have to keep that in mind. And I'm excited to hear what you guys think of them too down below if you own any of them. Okay, so coming in at number 18, we have the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism. So I went nuts wanting this palette, and I bought it and then got it in a BoxyCharm. It was before my channel. I think I ended up giving the other one away, and I don't know why I wanted this so bad because I despise this palette, and I think it's because it's just too neutral for me. I don't know. This just isn't me. I'm just not the no makeup look type of girl. I don't do a full neutral look. When I do, it's very rare, and usually I'm not even saying this to be funny. When you catch me in neutral makeup, it's for one of two reasons. One, I'm in a hurry and I want to wear some makeup because I'm going somewhere where I feel like I would feel better if I had it on. Or two, I'm depressed, and I'm not kidding. That's the only times you will catch me wearing something this neutral. I keep it because I do like Lunar Beauty as a brand, and I don't know. I don't know why I keep it, to be honest, because I'm a hoarder, if I'm being honest. I will say, though, the formula is nice. These shimmers are gorgeous. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? It's just not. And that's okay. Like, everything doesn't have to be for us. But this one is just not my favorite whatsoever. So we're gonna move on. Coming in at number 17, same story. We have the Sigma Spectrum palette, and everyone's going crazy over this one. And I'm gonna be honest, I've only tried to use it twice. And I was just like, no, it's just not for me. This one I did get gifted at the Creators and Friends event. And I love the Sigma eyeshadow formula. It is one of my favorites. I prefer it over the Lunar Beauty formula. I have a wonderful matte formula, beautiful shimmer formula. This is just way too neutral for me. I could say that about a few of these palettes because when I do like a neutral palette, I like a neutral palette that has a twist, and I do have a few palettes in here that have that twist, and those are the types of neutral palettes that I do gravitate towards more, but I don't know. These two are, for me, are just a miss. And same for this one. This was supposed to be for a 4 looks, 4 palettes video. I haven't finished yet either. But this is the Clarity Cosmetics I Love Coffee palette. And I think this one is pretty. I like that there's a mix of cool tones, and then you have the warm tones up here, the shimmer formulas. There's several different types in here. Those are really nice as well. But again, for me to be happy with a look created by this, I would have to pull something in just to give myself like that twist that I crave in my looks. But I will say these shimmers are stunning. Like, that gold is really pretty. But I don't know. It's just not a perfect color story for me. I will like keep these 3 palettes in my collection, but these will always be companion palettes to other things. Like, I have some all shimmer palettes that I could use with them and really amp up a look, and I think that would make it more fun for me. Coming in at number 15, we have the Bella Beauty Bar Morally Gray palette. Now, you guys know Bella Beauty Bar is one of my top favorite brands of all time. I love them. And the shimmers in this palette are freaking amazing. I love them so much. The matte color story is not my favorite, although I will say I love the cool tones in this one. The dusty mauve. I love the grays, the black, and I even like that they added this pink. You get a little pop of color with this shade, and again a little with this one as well. It's very subtle in this top shade, but this one you do get like a really nice shifty pink. But out of these palettes, this one does rank a little lower because, like I said, it's just not my favorite, but I do think it is a great one. Great quality. Coming in at number 14, I love this one with my whole entire heart, and it is from Fantasy Cosmetica. We have the Fighter palette. Like I say it all the time, but Fantasy Cosmetica can do so great at 9 pans, and I love their palette so much. I love their formula. It's just so easy to use. Now, you do have some color with these 2 shades right here, but for the most part, to me, this is neutral leaning. Now, if you're someone who likes neutrals, I don't know if you would consider this neutral, but I do. As a colorful lover, to me, when I look at this is neutral. Like, these are more like steely grays, and you have some warmth in here as well, but I think this is beautiful. This is such a fun palette. Love the artwork, and I love pulling this one out. So I said a lot lately that this was my favorite neutral palette for years and years and years since it was released, but going through my collection and seeing all these palettes together, I didn't realize like how many others I had that I actually prefer over this one. But this one was still so good, and I still love it. And it's coming in, I think, at number 13. I lost count already. But we have the Chocolate Martini from GLAMLITE. I love this whole collection, but I use this neutral palette a lot because I was depressed for a very long time. But for real, I use this a lot, and I loved it so much. I still love it. It's been years since I've used it. I don't even know if I will ever use it again, but it is one that is very nostalgic for me, and I will definitely keep in my collection. I just love the mix of tones they played with and everything in this palette. I feel like they did such a good job like creating that one, and I really miss their like regular collections like this. I thought they were really fun. I love their IPs too. The Saw one looks exciting, but I miss them as well. But this is just so good, and I love it. I was right. We were at 13 because now we're in at number 12, and coming in at number 12, I have the Smolder palette from Cosmic Beauty. So this one is kind of new to my collection. Like I said, I had a lot to dip into. Now, we do have this shifty shade, and this one, it's kind of neutral, but it has like this pink shift. But to me, for the most part, this one is very neutral. And I really did enjoy the palette. I loved the looks that I did. The shimmers were so beautiful as well. I had a blast with it. Honestly, I have absolutely nothing bad to say about it. Is it my favorite Cosmic Brushes palette? Of course not. Like I said, I love color, but I am really glad that I picked this up, and I think it's beautiful. And if it's something you're interested in and you live outside of the US, I think you would love it as well. Hopefully they'll be able to start shipping back to the US soon, eventually, because I am going to be so sad to miss their stuff. But I think this one is so gorgeous, and I'm happy to have it. I've never regretted buying a Cosmic Beauty palette, ever. Coming in at number 11, we have the GLAMINATRIX Nearly Natural palette. So this one, and maybe arguably the next one, you could argue that it might not be full on neutral because of these murky tones right here, but we're gonna say that it is, because to me it definitely is. But I love this palette. I had so much fun with it. I love this shade. I just talked about it. I think it was in my August ranking video, but this shade is so pretty. Like, the silver reflex in that are sickening, but I had a lot of fun with this palette. This color story is so beautiful, and the mattes are so nice to work with, and the shimmers, like I said, are so sparkly and fun. I really enjoyed it. I do have videos on a lot of these palettes. Most of them, actually. You'll just have to, like, dig through. I'll try to link what I can, what will fit, but I had a blast with this one. I really loved the looks that I created with it as well. So this one I bought at the very beginning of my channel, the very beginning. And I actually did a look with it, but I deleted the footage. I was learning still. It was a trial, and I'm still learning, but I really love this palette. So this is the Full Fantasy from Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee Los Angeles. Laura Lee Los Angeles is no longer a brand. And like I said about the last palette, arguably, you could say that this is not neutral. But to me, this is neutral with a twist. And this is one of Lunar Beauty's best palettes. My second favorite out of the ones that I have. Moonshroom, I think that's what it's called, being the first. I love that one. Actually, this could have been in my fall palette video, but I was trying to narrow down. But I love this one. I love the formula. The color story is really beautiful. One I can totally get behind because you do have those slight twists in here. Even though it is slightly colorful, it's in a very subtle way, but done in a way like where you could still get some exciting looks out of it. Even looks like what I have on the eyes today. I love it so much, and I think it's a good launch. I don't know if it's still available on Manny's site, especially where like Laura Lee's brand is closed now. Did you guys see Tati Westbrook is back? That's exciting news, but all besides the point. But I do love this one a whole lot. I actually like the whole collection that came out with this. This blush palette was fabulous as well. I still use this all the time. I love these two colors. Coming in at number 9, we have the GLAMLITE Twilight Breaking Dawn. And it's Jacob. I love this palette. This is beautiful. So I actually did a look with this, but I didn't film it. It was in the middle of me going on all of my trips and stuff, so I didn't have time. But again, you do have like these pops of green here, but one can argue those are neutrals because it's like the forest. But this is beautiful. I love this color story. I love the mix of warm tones with the cool tones. I think that is so fun. I love playing with those two things together. I think they do create such fun and exciting looks. They make me so excited. I love the GLAMLITE formula as well most of the time. There is that 1% that they have a palette that is not the same formula, and those end up not being my favorite, but this is the good formula that I know and love, and these shimmers are so stunning. And you see, I'm automatically drawn to the color. But you see the way those sparkle and shine? Like, they are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Coming in at number 8, we have the Unoriginal Nudes from Bella Beauty Bar. This, okay, like I said, this is not my favorite Bella Beauty Bar palette. However, this is a really good neutral palette from an indie brand, especially if you have been looking for those special shades within an indie brand like the multi-chromes, hollows, and all of those things, but you are a neutral lover. This is such a perfect palette. I love it so much. These shimmers are so beautiful. And they played with some of the shades from their Vamp, I think it was the Vamp palette. But you have a whole mix of different types of formulas. That holochrome on top there is so pretty. I love it so much. Now for me, my favorite way to use this palette would be with like their, I'm over here breaking stuff, like their Molten Chromes palette maybe, or the Melted Mattes would be really good, or something like that, so I could add in a little bit of color to my look. But I will say this has like one of the best shimmer formulas in a neutral palette, and I love it so much, especially like I said, if you're looking to get those really unique special types of shades. Coming in at number 7, we have the Cosmic Beauty Neutrals. I mean, how could I not do this video without mentioning this one? Now, the Cooltrals was more blue and pink, so I didn't bring it in, but I mean, this one kind of isn't full on neutral either, but it's close. And I love this palette so much. It is so beautiful. One of my favorite, like, neutral palettes. Now, this one is more neutral with the twist. Very fall. I don't know if I included this in my fall video. I hope I did, because it definitely should have been there. I loved this palette so much, and the looks that I created with it, I felt like were so fun. Oh, these shimmers are sickening. Look at them. They're just so beautiful. This brand just has such a fun eye for color stories. I love that shade, but honestly, I love them all. This is so like warm, but I love, again, the mix of warm and cool tones. It's just so fun, and these are so beautiful. This is such a stunning palette. Honestly, all these next palettes are so good. Like, I couldn't recommend any of them more. They're so wonderful. Coming in at number 6, we have the Sigma Warm Neutrals palette. So this one I actually got in PR, my first PR package from Sigma, and I can't tell you how excited I was, but I really love this palette so much, especially for it to be a neutral palette and me to love color as much as I do. This palette is just special to me. I feel like them playing with like these more clay reds, and then you have like these, this shade is kind of like green, this is kind of like a khaki shade. I feel like the tones and undertones that they played with in this palette really make it very special, and I love it. Like, this shade is so pretty, but these shimmers are gorgeous. And their shimmer formula is just effortless. Like you don't have to worry about creasing, fading, or anything like that. It's just reliable and beautiful. They come out with some really cool palettes. There's some old ones I would love to have. Corda Rosa is one of my favorites right now. I really love the Little Mermaid one as well. I mean, it's colorful. I really love the Alice in Wonderland too. But I had to put this one closer to the top because I feel like it really deserves the slot. Like, this is truly iconic. Now we are down to the top 5, and it goes without saying, I love these. They are the best neutral palettes I have from indie brands. But coming in at number 5, we have the Sorcerer's Smoke from Unearthly Cosmetics. I mean, you do have some pops of green in here, but this is a neutral palette all day, and such a freaking good one. One of the best I have in my collection. It's a number 1 palette for sure. I have pan in here and everything. I've had so much fun with this one. I love these, like, this format of palette from her. I love the 18 pans as well. But these palettes have been so fun for me. The shade Vervain is so beautiful. Like, can't you see the look? Like, I'm not trying to flip you off, but these colors together are so pretty, especially with the shade Vervain. It's like so dark and smoky, but beautiful. And the way it shifts, it has some of that light and brightness to it. It's just so stunning. She has such a vision when it comes to creating palettes and creating color stories that are just so fun to work with, and I absolutely just adore Unearthly Cosmetics. Again, one of my top favorite palettes from them. So, coming in at number 4, this was actually a recommendation from my subscribers. I don't have a video on this one, but I would like to. I might include it in an upcoming 4 looks video, but it is Flying Fiddles from Adept Cosmetics, and I love this one with my whole heart. Oh, she is so beautiful. Now, I will say, I do prefer more mattes than this, but Adept is one of those brands. I love their shimmers so much. I can overlook the lack of mattes, and I also really love the mattes they chose for this palette. I think they are phenomenal. The shade Daffodil is delicious. It's so pretty. Their shimmers are next freaking level. They're so good, but I mean, for the most part, I do feel like this palette is neutral. You do have like the green here and this blue here, but to me, this is a neutral palette and a really, really good one. Adept Cosmetics is one of my top favorite brands, and for good reason. I think their formula is 10 out of 10, one of the best, which is why they had to take one of the top spots. They deserve it. Okay, so now we're down to the top 3, and coming in at number 3 is the Cold Moon from Ensley Rain. So it's been a while since I've used this one, but this was such a favorite for so long, and the formula is so good that it still remains at number 3. There's no way I could knock it down. It's just, oh, it's so beautiful, and it's a perfect mix of like these grays and like, oh, the muted purples, and then you have like this muted seafoam green and these neutrals. I love this. Now this black does not go in here. I don't know what shade goes there actually. I pulled stuff out to build my own palette, and I didn't put the shades back in correctly apparently, and someone pointed it out to me that I didn't have the correct shade in this palette. I never actually ended up looking it up because I'm just now starting to talk about my Ensley Rain palettes again, but I'm still not reviewing them. But I did love this palette so very much, and it was actually my first Ensley Rain palette. One of my subscribers like recommended it to me and told me that I should try it. Actually, I had several people telling me to try it, and as soon as I did, I became so in love with this formula, and for good reason. The shimmers are so good. Like, they come out with some of the best hollows, some of the best shimmers, and still to this day, it remains one of my favorite neutral palettes. And I am a sucker for cool tone neutrals. Those are my favorites. But with that being said, I do love a good warm tone as well. And coming in at number 2, we have the Murky Meadow from Unearthly Cosmetics. Now we have a big, beautiful pop of yellow right in the center, and you've heard me say it time and time again. That is what I prefer in a neutral palette. Some sort of pop. And to me, Unearthly did it in the best way. And I love this palette with my whole heart. Love the looks I created with it. It's just so much fun. And this shade is so pretty. But these shimmers are so good. This little 9-pan packs a punch, for sure, and I had so much fun with it. I still love pulling it out and creating looks with it. It's just one of those palettes that just never get old, and I love it. Unearthly is another brand that makes really good 9-pans as well, but I just had to put this as number 2. I really love like these undertones of these neutral shades as well. I love like a murky mustard so much. So I was so sold on this one. Now they do have the shadowed sculpt as well, but that one had like more mauve shades. I don't know. Do you guys consider those neutrals? I do, but I wasn't sure anyone else would, so I did not include them. Now, last but certainly not least is the #1 palette. And I know a lot of you already know what it is, especially if you're familiar with my collection. But it is the Mocha Moment from Gourmande Girls. So I really just fell so in love with this palette, and for good reason. You do have some pops of color in here, but this is my kind of neutral palette, so it makes sense that it would be ranked at #1. Plus, I had a blast with this one. There's so many different types of formulas here within the shimmers. The matte color story is so gorgeous. I love the pop of green, these more muted dusty purples, these khaki greens. It's perfect, and one of the best, like literally the best neutral palette in my collection, and I could not rave about it more. Honestly, I have raved about it a lot, but these shimmers are so good. Like, you have these like really high shine metallics that are insane, but you also have like some gorgeous special shades in here as well. Like, oh, they're so pretty. I love them. Like, oh, I cannot talk about this one enough. And I know you guys have probably already seen her sneak peeking her new launch. By the time this is up, you probably will have seen it. I am waiting for it to get to me. Mine will be here Wednesday. Today is Monday, and I can't wait to play with it. I've seen it. I've been like watching her create it. She's been sending me pictures for quite some time now, and I am so excited to finally have the Trapped collection in my hands because it's iconic and it's going to be so freaking good. But I love the Mocha Moment, and she is a moment. There's no way this could not be #1. Like I said, when I told you this beat out all of the neutral palettes in my collection, I was not playing. She's still #1. Even looking at all of these palettes today, that one is still the best, at least in my opinion. But now's the time. We're done. You're going to have to let me know, what are your favorite neutral palettes in your collection? You guys have tried a lot of brands I haven't tried, especially like smaller indie brands. So I would really love to hear your thoughts on this, especially if you like know of any neutral palettes with a twist specifically that you would think I might like. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out, and stay tuned for this 4-looked video. I'm excited for you guys to see it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way till the end. It really does mean so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope you will. And until next time, bye.